finally get it to realize that the key fob's there, get it started, come off the center stand, drop the bike. What's going on, guys? TwoWheelTrigger here. We're gonna go pick up the puppy now. I pulled over so that I could get the camera on. It is Sunday. We just finished an MSF class, our Harley Davidson Riding Academy. Had an awesome time. Not everybody passed, and we had a few incidents, but everybody learned something. We started off in the rain yesterday on Saturday and had an eventful day. Had one student go down, unfortunately. Hopefully that person is okay. It was definitely the worst one I've seen so far, but thankfully they are okay as far as I understand, and looking forward to being in another class. So hopefully I get them in my class and I get to see them, overcome what happened this weekend. And it was beautiful day today. The pollen is out because we are in North Carolina, so it is pollen season, and my allergies are kicking my ass. So we are in rural Nash County, North Carolina right now, just riding around. This is a little area called White Oak, I believe. And yeah, today everybody did real well. I've got one student that's going to come back and take the class again, and I'm sure they will do awesome this next time around. Just sometimes we need a little extra practice, and that's okay. Usually it's those students that I see come back the second time, they are usually the best in the class that second time, because all the anxieties are gone. They know exactly what to expect. They know what the exercises are. They've seen them before. They've done them before. So they feel more confident, and usually they crush it. So I'm looking forward to seeing that student crush it next time. This weekend coming up is Easter Sunday, so we don't have a class this weekend. The weekend after that I'll be teaching. The weekend after that I believe I have off, and then one more week after that I'll be teaching as well. So hopefully both of those students are in one of my two classes coming up. We try to get them back in within 30 days, because if we can get them within 30 days, they don't have to retake the e-course that's online, which is a 5-hour e-course that, I mean, it's good information, don't get me wrong, but my gosh, man, like, you are held hostage. You can't fast forward through stuff. You got to take little tests, quizzes to, proceed in the course to get to the next chapter or whatever, which is good. Unless you got to take it, more than once, because then it's kind of exhausting. Let's see, am I going straight? Nope, I'm turning. So I should probably sit down. Yeah, could have gone straight down a dirt path. That would have been fun. But then I have no idea where I would have ended up. So for all you city people, this is what life without smog and a billion cars is like. I know. It's horrible, isn't it? We haven't passed a single Starbucks yet. What are we going to do? Jackass Road. That is awesome. They named their street Jackass Road. That was a cotton field. I only know that because I saw one little stem of cotton sticking up out of the ground. But yeah, I'm exhausted. I enjoy teaching, but it is a lot. I'm up very early. I never sleep well. It's a lot of moving around on the range. A lot of walking, a lot of bending over, picking up cones. A lot of talking because I got to give feedback to the students. And then it's the ride home that's, you know, peaceful, but at the same time, I start getting tired. So I didn't have the camera rolling because we were leaving the range to go back to the dealership to give the written test and have graduation and all that fun stuff. But the Pan Am cut off on me. So I'm having this weird issue where on occasion the key isn't found. On other occasions there's no problem. So I haven't tracked it down. I need to replace the battery and just see if that's it. But yeah, like it doesn't see the battery in the key fob. And so I have to type in my little security code to get the bike to start. Well, it wasn't seeing the key fob this time, leaving the range. Finally get it to realize that the key fob's there, get it started, come off the center stand, drop the bike. No big deal. I bought this bike to train on. I go off-road on it. I'm going to be doing the ADV class on it. Like, it's going to drop and I don't care. Okay, this is not my show bike. The Road Glide isn't my show bike either, but you know, if I want somebody to say, ooh, wow, cool bike, if I'm being honest, I'm not taking this one. Now, this one's a lot more fun to ride usually, and I'll go down dirt paths and stuff like I'm doing today. But the Road Glide is more than a nice bike, right? So anyway, I didn't care. I picked it up, jumped on. Now some of my students saw it and they were having a blast with it, so no big deal. They're like, oh, okay, so it's not, when coach said it's not a big deal, he meant it, because he just picked it right back up and away we went. Well, as I go to start off again, the damn bike cuts off on me again and turns over. Now, I know what you're thinking. Just because it cuts off shouldn't be a big deal. The problem is it cut off as I was coming off of a curb, which I do all the time to get off of the place that we park and down onto the range. So it went over again. That time was not me. So I'm gonna have to make an appointment and bring this thing in and let them look at it. Maybe there's a software calibration or something that needs to be adjusted. I don't know. Alright, we're in off-road mode and we're in this dirt path. Going to pick up my puppy. So we're going to go see how Harley is. Hopefully he is tired, because that would be awesome if we got to go home and he was just tired and went to bed for a little bit while I took a hot shower, ate a good meal, chilled out, maybe had a beer. Yeah. So this is the path down to my trainer. She is awesome. I brought Harley here for a 3-week board and train, and when he came back, he was a totally different puppy. So we're going to do an adult board and train when he's a little bit older. But yeah. So I'm going to cut the video here for a minute, pick up my pups, and when we head out, I will cut the video back on. Alright, thankfully the bike started. So we got Harley on the back now. And we're gonna head home. Apparently he's been outside in the little run all day, so he should be nice and tired. Probably the easiest money she's ever made. She puts a lot of work into training them, I'm sure, but boarding has got to be pretty nice for her, because she's already trained the dogs, so she only boards the dogs that she trains. So she knows what to expect from them. They know her, so they know to listen. And she knows what they need. She doesn't treat them like they're, fragile. So, it's all good. So we're gonna head home, but it wouldn't be another episode if we didn't have something to say, right? So, what do we want to talk about? I think we want to talk about, that's a nice little Australian Shepherd. That was not what I was thinking we need to talk about. I think what's on the top of my head right now is the fact that we can go try things out, and they don't always go the way we want them to go, right? Had a couple students that, actually 3 students that did not pass the class this weekend. One was due to the injury or the incident. Another one was due to getting sick and actually not being able to come back today. And then the third one just, unfortunately, just a couple too many points for the skills evaluation. So they'll come back and do it again. So I've got 3 students that'll probably come back and take the course again. Probably not what they were expecting, right? Like, they spent their good hard-earned money to come out and take a class. They probably were expecting that at the end of the class they would, be able to go get their motorcycle endorsement. And that didn't happen. Will they get it next time? I can't say yes or no, but I have a very strong opinion that the answer is yes. So, what do we take away from it? We take away from it that not everything is going to happen the way we want it to. On top of that, we take away life lessons. So what did we learn? One student learned they probably need to, get over their anxieties and be able to be clear-headed when they take the class again. Another student learned the value of practice, right? Because there were a couple things that they're going to need to do. Now the third student was doing pretty good, but became ill, so didn't come back today. I give them a round of applause because they woke up this morning realizing it's probably not the best day for me to do this. And so what did they do? They texted us and they said, "Hey guys, listen, I'm not feeling well. I don't think this is smart for me to come today. Hopefully they'll let me get into another class." And I'm sure we will. We've already reached out and told that rider, "Don't worry about it. We will get you in another class." So there's always some kind of life lesson that can be learned in everything that we do. I'm an instructor, but even this thing falling over, right? Like, the bike was dropped. I get it. I'm sorry I don't have that on video because I'm sure you guys would have loved that. But just because I'm an instructor doesn't mean that I'm the best rider out here. Like, been riding 17 years. The guy that I teach with is a lot younger than me, has been only riding for 6 or 7 years. And I'll tell everybody he's a better rider than me. It's a fact of life that the younger you are, the quicker your reflexes generally are. He doesn't have the worry of, a wife and kids at home. So he can probably, take a little bit more risk comfortably. Whereas for me, I'm thinking about, y'all, I'm at the point where getting out of the car, I can twist my back and it hurts. Like, that sucks. It sucks getting old. It's like the worst privilege you have is getting old. Because the older you get, you get to experience more life, but at the same time, everything just freaking hurts, man. So I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it is like super windy today. Like, it's gorgeous. There's no clouds. Yesterday sucked. It was rainy. The temperature was great. It was like 65 to 70 degrees yesterday, but it was rainy. So it was like misty, rainy in the morning. Then the sun would come out. Then it was misty, rainy. Then the sun would come out. But it never actually dried until the very end of the day. So that kind of sucked. It was cool that it kept all the pollen out of the air. But now, all that pollen that came down, like, it's airborne because it's so freaking windy. So for people like me that have super awesome allergies this time of year, I am doped up on Flonase. I'm blowing my nose multiple times a day. My lips are burning. My eyes are red. Like, it's just not a great experience. And then top it off, a love for motorcycles and being outdoors, like, they just don't go together. It's great to see everything turning green again. For my friends that are out there in, you know, like Arizona, the areas that are not very green, I'm sure this looks different than what you're used to seeing, because you don't see, you know, the Catalinas off in the distance if you're in the Tucson area or Mount Lemmon. You basically see a tree line. But it's very green. I'm pretty sure that Dollar General was put up in like 4 minutes. It might be inflatable, because I don't know when the heck that came in, and I was just down this road not that long ago. But it was a nice parking lot for now, so hey, maybe it'll be a good place to do some U-turns. Probably not, because Dollar General is always busy. So the pine trees have their pine cones that have opened up, and we've got dogwood trees, which is the tree of North Carolina. They bloomed like a week or two ago. There's a big cock. Rooster. Freedom Industries with the big old flag. So if you're watching this, comment if you've taken a motorcycle safety foundation course. If you did, how long ago it was, and what you liked most about the course. Let's see what kind of comments we get. So comment if you are riding and you have ever taken a motorcycle safety foundation course, how long ago it was, so how many years have you been riding since you took that course, and what do you remember, and what was the most fun or memorable experience, I guess you could say. So it's 4 o'clock. There's a very good chance that an MSF class is still going on. Nope. Not today. Right in there is where the range is. You know, and this is 10 minutes from my house. I would love to teach here if they'd made it a little better for their instructors, but like the pay is less, which it's a community college, so I expect that. And you know, I can say the pay, I'll say I get paid more at Harley because, one, I had to have the Harley training, but two, I'll say because I drive further. Okay, so we'll just say that the extra pay is because I got a longer commute, which is not true, but we'll just say it. Then, okay, this is only a 10-minute ride, so I get to sleep in. I don't have to leave as early. I get home a little bit earlier, right? This is so much more stressful here because the bikes are nowhere near the range. The bikes are not the same quality. Nobody has put gas in the bike, so I have to do that. The bikes may not start, so I have to do the maintenance on the bikes. The classroom is nowhere near the range, so I've got to go to the classroom, set everything up, I will not be able to log into the computer because the North Carolina Community College system's multi-factor authentication sucks. And that's not just my opinion, that is the opinion of many instructors. Not just MSF, different programs. I've got a lot of family and friends and folks that I've met along the way that teach for the community college system all throughout the state. They all have that same complaint about the multi-factor authentication. So it never works. So I got to bring my own computer with me. Well, my laptop is a Mac, so I've got to have stuff to convert their things into stuff that my Mac will use. I've got to teach the whole class. So I've got to teach some textbook on Saturday, then we have to ride the range. I got some stuff to teach on Sunday. We got to ride the range. I have to administer all of the testing all by myself, sign all the cards. After they're done, I got even more stuff, and I've got the security, which is local law enforcement, rushing me to get out so that they can finish on time. And then if I don't have everything perfect, then I've got the people that are at the community college. They're bitching and complaining that it's not perfect. Like, I can't win. So Harley's back there bouncing around in his thing. I'm sure he wants to get out, but yeah. Anyway, I got about 5 more minutes before I get to the house. I'm just gonna let the camera roll while we ride and enjoy some silence before I get home. Thanks for tuning in, guys, again. Throw some comments down there. Let me know if you ride, how long since you've taken an MSF class, you know, what was most memorable about it, you know, any observations. And as always, the rubber on the road. See you guys. Go run, Harley. That's a good old boy.